In circulated condition, the coin usually shows where on Lincoln's cheek, jaw, and coat, as well as flattening on the memorial steps. The degree of wear determines whether it falls into grades such as good, very fine, extremely fine, or about uncirculated. For the 1982 penny, circulated pieces in good to fine condition are extremely common and generally valued at just face. Extremely fine or about uncirculated coins may fetch slightly more, perhaps a few cents each to a collector trying to fill an album. Now, let's talk about the actual collector market in 2025. Collectors today often buy bulk lots of 1982 pennies to sort copper from zinc. Since 1982 is a key transition year, copper pennies from that year are somewhat more sought after. On auction sites like eBay or at coin shops, circulated 1982D copper pennies may sell in bulk at prices equivalent to 2 to 3 cents per coin when sold by the pound or by rolls. Zinc versions, being more common and less desirable, usually trade at face. But if your coin is in truly uncirculated condition, then prices can go up considerably. Mint State 65 red coins may trade in the range of $2 to $5, depending on variety. But again, circulated coins are most often just nominal in value. There are also special varieties to watch for in the 1982D issue. For example, the 1982D small date copper penny is considered rare, and if you happen to find one even in circulated condition, it could be worth several $1,000s depending on grade. However, the regular 1982D large date copper, or zinc pennies, in circulated condition are common and inexpensive. If we compare market values, the average 1982D circulated penny, without rare variety, holds a retail collector value of around 1 to 3 cents. Dealers may buy them in bulk just at face, unless the seller is offering a lot of copper pennies. In contrast, certified uncirculated versions or rare varieties can climb far higher. For a circulated coin without mint mark specification and grade, its real-world market value is very modest. To put this in perspective for collectors and viewers, if you have a jar of 1982 pennies from circulation, most will not be worth much above face. But it is always worth checking the weight and style of the date to see if you might have one of the valuable small date copper examples. That is why the 1982 penny remains an exciting year, because of the possibility of finding a treasure among otherwise common coins. So, in today's coin market in 2025, the circulated 1982D 1 cent without rare variety is typically worth between 1 cent and perhaps up to 3 cents depending on condition and type of metal. Collectors keep them for historical value and for filling albums, but only rare varieties in high mint state grades carry significant premiums. This makes the 1982 penny a very interesting study coin, especially for beginners in the hobby, because it teaches about composition changes, mint marks, and variety hunting. As we continue to explore the details, it is worth noting how coin collectors around the world appreciate transitional years. Transitional years are when a design, a metal composition, or a minting technique changes. In the case of the 1982 penny, it is both a design variation with large and small dates and a metal composition change from bronze to copper-plated zinc. That is why 1982 stands out as more complex than most other penny years, and why so many collectors focus on it. For a 90-minute educational video, you can elaborate on these aspects by going into deeper detail on how to identify the weight difference, how to distinguish large date from small date varieties, and how collectors typically store and sort them. You can also discuss the economics of copper prices in the early 1980s that forced the U.S. Mint to change the composition. In fact, by 1982, the cost to produce a copper penny was approaching or exceeding 1 cent, which made it unsustainable for mint. The switch to copper-plated zinc reduced costs, but also introduced new issues, such as zinc corrosion when the plating wears down. In conclusion, the United States 1982D 1 cent coin in circulated condition without mint mark distinction is common and generally worth just its face value of 1 cent, with slight premiums of copper and if sold collectors by rolls. Its historical importance lies in being part of the transitional year of the U.S. cent. The market value in today's dollar for circulated pieces is very modest, typically around 1 to 3 cents, but its educational and collectible importance is much greater. For the hobbyist, This coin represents a learning opportunity and a chance to check for rare small date varieties that can be highly valuable. And that is why even a simple circulated 1982 penny can spark interest in collectors and historians alike.